Hi, so today we're going to have a look at my EP, the recording side of it. I'm in Cool Edit Pro at the minute and just taking a look at the drums. So let's just go into how I've treated the drums. We recorded up in the church a couple of weeks ago, and this is how the drums are sounding without any treatment. I have got a little bit of high pass EQing on the overheads, I think. So I'm just going to go into the snare side of it. I'm going to turn the kick off. And this is the snare before, and this highlights the problem that I sort of found when I was trying to get a good level for the snare drum. So the snare is just kind of where I want it in the mix, but if I turn the snare off, the background of the drums changes. You hear that? So I wasn't too happy with that because I like the overhead sound. This is just the overhead sound. And that was a ribbon microphone over the top of the kit. And this is a stereo. It's just the R16 microphones placed in front of the kit, and these sound quite nice. And combined with the overheads, it gives a nice idea of the kit. It sounds like a good overall balance of the kit. So let me just go back to the snare. Like that. So I came up with the idea of gating the snare after every hit, which took me about an hour to gate the snare, and I had to automate all the levels. So you just draw your volume levels after each hit like this. And if I just combine that with the original track and cut it in and out, the background shouldn't change, the background overhead sound shouldn't change. So there you go. And the same applies to the kick drum. This is the kick drum track up here. I did the same thing to that. I spent an hour and drew around it, and if I combine that with the snare drum, a lot clearer sound, I thought. So from that I mixed down the drums into a stereo file, and then like with all the other tracks that are featured on here, I bounced them onto tape. I have a tape machine with some brand new tape by a wonderful company called Zonal, who identified a problem with the tape in that it sheds the metallic kind of substance because it's sticking. The layers of tape are sticking together in old tape, so that when you try and play it, it peels the magnetic backing off the tape. So that they make brand new tape for reel-to-reel players that's backed, so that when the layers lay onto each other for a while and sort of they come away, they're not gonna be all sticky. So they last a long time. but it's brand new tape, and it's the drums that you're hearing, but with all the gating that I did bounced onto tape and back again. I have got a bit of reverb on there from Audacity. It's just a snare reverb, no room reverb, I don't think. So this is the bass track. It's not been bounced onto tape, it's just how I processed it in the computer. I've done a lot of parallel limiting with the tracks that I've got here, so it's a bit like parallel compression, where you limit the hell out of it and then blend that in with the original signal. And what that does is it controls the dynamics, but without actually using a compressor in the traditional sense, where you do you know, 2:1 ratio, fast attack, slow release, all that kind of thing. You're using it from the other way around to control the dynamics. So it's still got peaks in it. Let's just have a look at the bass, like the bottom part of the track there. Let me just sort of, how do you do this? There you go. The bottom part of the waveform has still got lots of bumps and wriggles to it, and the top part, same idea. Lots of performance dynamics, but the overall level of the thing, oops, how do you do that? There we go. The overall level of the thing is fairly consistent. There's no massive peaks in it. It's all pretty squashed, although it doesn't sound too squashed. So there we go. I'll go back to our multi-track view because we're running out of time. We've got organ and guitar. This has been tape treated. I'm using a C9 organ pedal for the organ, which I did another video on. There's a bit of a reverb on that too, and I've high pass filtered it and parallel compressed it, I think, as well. Parallel limited it. This is the vocals, which I've kept pretty dry, just high pass filtered and high pass filtered it, and what else have I done? Parallel limited it too.
Turn your lamp down low,
and a bit of reverb too.
Well, there's nothing left to see.
From Audacity.
Listen to these words. Second chance gonna give you 3.
Guitar bits. Just panned and a touch of delay. This is the solo. On the solo I've got, this has been tape treated, I've got delay on one side and reverb on the other side, with the guitar straight down the centre, automated to sort of bring up the volume of each side. But have a listen. So there we go, and the last track here is just the guitar from the tape organ guitar here. I've just taken the left channel, just the guitar on its own, and made it into a mono signal, just so I could effectively cut out the organ track from this one if I wanted to, like this. So it's just appearing in one side of my headphones. And then this comes in. So there we go, that's all my different tracks. As I've said, I think the only thing that I've done consistently is parallel compress, parallel limit, just to control the dynamics, and I've put everything onto tape. I've done a little bit of noise reduction, gentle noise reduction on the tapes, just to bring down the hiss a little bit. in Audacity again, and that's about it. So this is the overall thing going into the guitar solo.
And I just